My content is for 13 and up, or adult collectors of the product. So I want to mention once again, because YouTube sucks and they cannot pay attention to the disclaimer, again, 13 and up for an older audience that goes and collects this stuff, that participates in tournaments or events, and older adult collectors, okay? With that out of the way, we're going to see QuadStrike, whether or not it is good or not. So we're going to start off with, we're going to basically go through all the stuff. We're going to see, you know, we're going to go through each 2-pack one by one, go through the sessions, and we're going to see. So for the basic one, to start us off, we're going to see Chain versus Drain. Both over QD, over QD. We're going to see if Chain can work as an equalizer. Decent enough, whatever. Now, if I reference this to the actual Chain, I didn't have too much luck, and that is also the same in regards to same spin. I also did not have too much luck. So really the goal here is just to see, well, I mean, first we have to test regardless, but really it's going to be seeing how good the defense is, which maybe we get lucky and the defense can actually work. You know, that's what I would like to see. No one really tests it. That's not necessarily true. People test it, but a lot of people don't test it, or they don't really know how good the Hasbro stuff is. So that is the purpose of these videos, because a lot of times people just start recommending stuff when no, maybe that thing really isn't that good and you shouldn't be recommending it. So that's why these videos are here. Proof of evidence. Proof and evidence. Right now it's getting slapped by Drain, so I think this stamina thing's going to go by really quickly. So terrible and opposite spin equalization. So for this, we're going to go up against Glory, and we're going to see whether or not it is glorious in winning. We'll get launched first. If it gets hard OS, we'll try and reverse the order. Otherwise, we move on. You see, the beauty here is actually that if it fails now, that means stamina-wise, we already know where. Now we get to see, I don't know. Now there's a new factor in this. Yeah, if it fails now, you know, it's not really like I can do much about it. That means that the stamina is really, if it loses to Ragnar, then I don't need to see anything else. Whee! Okay. Let's double check to make sure that wasn't just a fluke of a round. I'm hoping for something, man. I feel like it's been no, never mind. This thing is really bad for stamina. That was a fluke of a round. That was a fluke of a round. I just saw by how much it got. Maybe it wins. I don't know. Maybe it somehow like pulls off some weird stuff and wins at the end. No, this thing. It did it though. Whoa. Wow, it's left Glory. Okay, maybe we can go up against Tide, I guess. Maybe it has like a lot of recoil or something, and it's just doing a lot to Glory just to beat it like that, because we're gonna see against Prominence. If it somehow beats Prominence, that means that we're gonna have to go to Tide, which I doubt, but Prominence by a lot. Okay, so we'll try one more just to be sure. Because Glory kind of goes even with Prominence here and there. Glory's not perfect, but I think probably just why it's doing is probably just recoil for the stuff. But yeah, you can see that it kind of just goes dead there. So stamina, unless it gets somehow lucky before, yeah, this thing dies pretty bad. So we're gonna try this against Union Genesis, 00 Expand Hunter Slingshot. Our goal right now is just to see whether or not it can work as defense. So that would be to basically tank attack. So far, so good. Okay. I would assume as much, that probably okay. it got hit, so it got stabilized again. I can't wait to see it up against Nightmare. I'm gonna go find that angle frame in the meantime. I don't know, maybe it does it, maybe it doesn't. Nice! Nick is like stabilizing a little too much, and I don't like that. I know Union's not too crazy, but maybe this can work. Said almost the wrong name. Band's Hunter Slingshot. Seems to tank it. Okay, who do I try next? Salvage. We'll get G13. We'll get G13 salvage. We'll get G13 salvage. Yes, then I will be impressed. I consider this like basically the best attacker. I am picking Bearing before someone says, oh, but why don't you pick a... Listen, we're doing a Hasbro only right now. Listen, Bearing works, I would say, pretty well for defense. Okay. So, I'll say it's decent. It can't really do much against salvage. If it bursts this against salvage, then yeah. Also, you're definitely going to need a core that's tight. Find any tight right spin core. Otherwise, obviously, this thing will just burst like that. But conclusion for the chain blade. Chain, I would say... oh, wait. Not bad. Try like a normal hard launch. Honestly, I'm getting desperate now just to do it one time. Okay. Now we're done. Alrighty, I will say very good defense. Or at least, no, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. It does defense. It does do defense. You know, it can kind of tank against the attackers. I think this was not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, now we're going to see with Ambush. Okay, we're going to do Ambush. We're going to see how good the stamina is. I mean, among other stuff, obviously, but... we got to see if the stamina works. Now if it beats Arc, now we have something to talk about. In reality, I only really need to do maybe like... if it loses really bad one round, that's my rule where it's like, no, it can't really do it. We're up against Prominence, so we're gonna see if it can... do something nice, do something nice. So for same spin stamina, it's absolutely terrible, but maybe it works as like an equalizer. I still hate the shape. I think the shape is really stupid. It's just, they took the end, and that's it. That's the shape. And they curved it. Okay, let's try to get tied. Good old tied. Because it just won really weird. And it kind of weak launched both. Maybe it does it like as an equalizer. Now, if it does it as an equalizer, I will take it. No. Maybe if it just gets really lucky on top or something. So let's try like strong. Or strong enough for both. Yeah, because otherwise I think I'm pretty much good with this stuff. Nope, just trash. Okay. It gets tapped. It gets kill it. Yeah, the way that it's taking these hits, like usually this thing should just be able to work, but I feel like well then, I did kind of go out there. I guess burst priority, but if Nightmare can kind of fling it around, and so could Union. For defense-wise, I would just say it's kind of just mediocre. Like, it could work, but I feel like, well, I guess I don't know how that really happened. I guess maybe just a lot of recoil on the thing. We're gonna try it up against Arc. I think it's just really big and I can't really maintain anything. Fence! Seems really poor. Yeah, I'm not really liking ambush. Okay, that time I could do it, so maybe, I don't know, maybe I just struggled a bit. I said that, then it KOs it. Maybe ambush has some use. Maybe it has some use. I don't think it works just because, one, it just has really weird stamina. I'll quickly see the stamina against something like Roar, I guess, and then after, I'm pretty much done with ambush. Then after is just the tip stuff for this, so I'll launch this first. Roar. Ambush. So you got maybe defense and kind of attack. Because your goal is to kind of just somehow use those weird gaps of kind of recoil. I don't know. I don't think the design works out. Yeah, lose is terrible, right? Sick. Okay, yeah, so ambush is kind of bleh. Bleh. Maybe defense. Maybe defense, maybe. Alrighty. Yielding versus Eternal. So we're gonna see whether or not, you know, who's better for this. We have our good friend Archer Hercules. It was one of those Hercules bursts. Like there should be almost Like, this is basically just a clone of yielding. It's like a weird yielding. Probably yielding has an actual edge, though. Well. So, kind of just a boring tip then. It's just like a worse yielding? I don't know. I mean, it can probably kind of get close, but nothing that I saw that was too crazy that I've seen so far. Wonder why the shape doesn't just work. Let me compare the shapes real quick. So I guess it would be also height. And I guess maybe this kind of weird sharp thing doesn't really work. Well then, I mean, moving on, we gotta test out another little armor tip thing. So for this, we can actually try, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. I won't pretend to know. I also have to try out this other armor tip thing, and also see how it does against Haskick, and then after, you know, I'll make the judgment at the end to see whether or not they can actually make good attachments now, or if QS is just terrible attachments after another. I will not count a KO for the Kers. We're looking at raw stamina. I'm thinking maybe because they have like a bulky shape or something, but then after I thought, well, Haskick is pretty similar to these things. By a lot, damn. You wanna know what? Let's just try this little stamina one. In like... Who am I to judge? Try again. This one we'll try again, because at least this one... Maybe. I'm trying to now review all the attachments. So we just did that weird one. We're doing that one. I just gotta double check to make sure I did all these attachment things. I mean, some of these I know that are definitely not worth any time at all, but... You know, because we gotta test. Terrible stamina, my god. Alright, well, it's our hit list now, so... 2 so far have been just worse than Hasbro's kick. Alright, who's next? Weird wavy thing, you're next. Maybe this one does it. It's another Excel shape. Honestly, all of them are just really Excel shapes, so... Not really looking forward to this. So even Hercules doesn't want to do this. Now I would do op, but the thing is, I don't even know if any of them would work. I mean, we could. We definitely could. I guess we could try op after. Who's this one? Okay, also terrible. I mean, I guess I have to do the one round of testing this. This is like the attack one, whatever this is. You should never have an attacker at that height. Is this one the one that's supposed to be charged? Can't even tell. Okay, you're done. That thing fell. Okay, we're on to the next one. These things are really easy to tear because they're terrible for attack, so you just go for stamina, I guess. Maybe Tiny Dude can do it. That one maybe goes. Maybe. I don't even know what the hell the shape of this is supposed to be. Some of them have like a much wider guard around them. I guess that would just contribute to like interacting with the stadium? So far all the new armor tips have just not been good, and the base tips have not been good, so... If this was like sword QS, I could maybe see like a reason. No, because otherwise like there's no reason. So now I have to quickly try op for all of these. Oh wait, this one actually did do it. Hold on. I was not paying attention. Wait, that one actually did do it. Okay. I'm gonna see if I didn't launch hard enough or what happened. Gets one more chance. Look around. Alrighty, next up it is Hydra Bellfire on G13. Now the idea with this is just to see, you know, how's the attack. Kind of weak launch it. I mean, usually this is like a pointless effort because they just equalize, but I don't know, we'll try to like normal launch it. Just... Nope, I don't know if this is gonna self-KO if I do this. Nope. Wait! Very hard thing to like control, right? But it does have some good reward. Sometimes. Yeah, I like these hits, but still does struggle a bit up. No, but it does it. I like this one. I actually like Hydra. So we're going to try it now. Now same spin, so this should be a little bit easier because it doesn't have to struggle as much against something that's equalizing against it. Well, actually, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna find out if I can. It's not really like... It has much going for it. So not too consistent, but this does work, and I do recommend G13 not only for the resistance but the extra contact points on the thing. Well, it's not even really that resistant, to be honest. So I guess really just the contact points. Okay, so wasn't really any point to doing it just because of the fact that you know, I thought, like, why don't we try to do the other stuff, but then I thought, no, opposite spin for the attachments makes no sense because none of them really have the shape for it. So yeah, either way, all the attachments are kind of boring. I mean, now we're on whatever the hell this is, Gambit. So Gambit's just seeing if it has high enough stamina to win. So my rule is just a rule of 3. Beats it 1, 2, alright. Actually, if it... No, we'll do the other one just to be sure. I'm just going for 3 rounds for this stuff, to be honest. I've done what, and plus we don't really need like too many rounds. If it just does it by that, there's no point if it just starts dominating. It just means it has super high stamina. I think its weakness is that it can just get weirdly destabilized. That's about it. It just seems like a wider triumph. So that's why it wins. Try one more, but I can try Surprise and Requiem after, and then after we just gotta try Attack, and then after Fierce, and then after Dun 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 Dun. But Gambit is better than I thought, which, to be fair, I did have pretty low expectations, but you know. This is good though. This is good. They have some good QS stuff and some kind of not so good QS stuff. Which one's the right spin? I think you are. Alright, does it beat Surprise and Requiem? If it beats Surprise and Requiem, then that means that this is like at the top. This is at the top. It took them a while, but they finally did it. It is kind of funny because Gambit's been so modified from its original shape of being like an attack type, so I don't know how I feel about. I mean, I'll take what I can get because its use is what really matters to me at the end of this, so I'm not really too hung up whether or not it can or if it can't. I don't think it should beat Surprise and Requiem. I don't know. That does, like, really good for stamina. Surprise and Requiem, Tide Tripped In. It took them so many years to finally beat their old stuff. So I do find it very funny. It's good because, you know, videos like this are just proof for all this stuff. So QS has some positive stuff, at least for it, and yep. This is also, I mean, really the purpose of these videos are like to shut up those like Hasbro fanboys who just like will defend Hasbro no matter what, but they won't even try to like give an understanding to the bays, do the testings for them or anything. So it's always funny to see the defenses for it, and it's like, hey, you wanna know what? This bay is good, but you've been always defending this stuff. You don't even know why it's good. So you know what I mean? So it's funny. It's funny. Because I get the last laugh either way. I'm very surprised by the stamina by this, by the way. Can we just talk about that? Like, the stamina is very absurd for this. Of course, you know, feel free to do your own testings and let me know if Gambit is up to par. I at least think Gambit, seemingly, because it wasn't launched first, maybe it's a bearing difference, maybe. But at the very least, it seems like it can kind of work. Maybe not opposite. I think opposite's where a lot of these fail, which is kind of sad because, you know, ideally, and I'm doing one more and then I'm done with this. Because ideally, if it could work on a lot of stuff, then it'd be like a jack of all trades because it can just do so much. But other times it can't, because when they hollow out, and I keep stressing this because when you hollow it out, you basically just weaken it so much. So it's always funny because Hasbro is they're always so close. They're always so close. They're actually doing a pretty good job. And because they're cheap, even when they take away so much from the base, they get so close. They get so close. That's what I've noticed. Anything QS that's for attack is like opposite's like the most annoying thing for it. It kind of destabilizes. I think opposite's possible. We'll try again. There we go. I think Super King will have to technically be better than this because... I don't know, shape. Yeah, because you can see even when it's hitting, it's not doing anything. And it's not even called Super King. I'm calling it Super King. Hydra just crits a lot more. Okay, so really solid for stamina. One of the best. Opposite, not too much. Finally, we're almost done. Oh, thank God. Okay, okay, let's just get this attack thing out of the way. Okay. Next up, we're gonna try Hunter Slingshot. It's my go-to with Nightmare, and we'll see if I can do it. This should work, I guess, maybe slightly better than Roar. Nope. Does it beat Roar? This one I need one round just to see. So attack, not really defensive. Yeah. I mean, stamina is probably where it's at. Probably. This seems at least like a way better Roar, so... Fierce. Probably the most impressive I've seen. Which would make for QS's overall launch for at least these 2 packs to be, and I guess this partially applies to the other stuff because I'm also covering that ground, to be good enough, I would say. Let's see how it does here. Okay. And after we try Requiem and we're done. So it's probably, or I'll at least say that the stamina is like, it can go toe to toe. But I guess it's fine, because roar was like kind of comparable to drain, and it's like a better roar, so I don't know. So lefts still struggle a bit, because roar, and also by default drain, because roar, drain, whatever, so that kind of just goes above, and also I would say requiem, but I think it's probably going to be one of those things where it's just very inconsistent, and there may be times when, you know, it just does, but probably a lot of other times when it really just does not. Like, here. These are what I consider kind of close, but I'm probably putting towards arc for this one. I mean, I guess we'll see in the round, obviously, but... I can do it. Have fun equalizing, sucker. It's gonna equalize now. I'm gonna watch it and laugh. Haha. That's my laugh against it. That's my laugh. Trademark laugh, actually. Piss off, please. 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 Piss off, man. Okay, this is pretty good. Same spin stamina, opposite spin, not too much. The attachments are terrible. And good chip. This one, decent chip. This one's like kind of maybe close to Bellfire too. Kind of. This one is just another good one like Phoenix, so... And this one's kind of like inconsistent for attack, but it kind of works, so... Decent value. Very good for defense. Good enough chip. Good enough chip. Just mediocre all around. It's not too bad. No, you know what? I'd say it's pretty bad. You can't really do much with it. Maybe attack, but if you don't count G13, this is pretty low then. Ambush is pretty bad. This is just a worse yielding. Attachments are both bad. Good for defense, if I didn't already say, so... Like, your value is kind of here, just for the chain. So you'd probably just get the regular chain Kerbeus, so this is probably a pass. I've already spoken on ambush. Achilles, actually, my tier list for now the chips go is probably... Basilisk... Shadow the Hedgehog, and Achilles. Attachments, obviously no. Good stamina. Can maybe kind of work opposite, but decent chip, I would say. So, in terms of overall thoughts for QS, okay? Overall. The performance tip are very much lacking. Now, obviously, you'll say, well, you know, these are kind of just meant for this very specific stadium. And okay. That's fine, but we still got to evaluate it. And even then, I would counter that argument by saying, well, if you look at Hypersphere, for an example, Hypersphere tips have really weird lad stamina. And actually, believe it or not, did actually kind of compete with some of the mainline tips. So that's my counterpoint to that. So overall, I think QS is kind of like maybe a little bit better than QD. I would say maybe a little bit better than QD for some of the stuff it's off. Actually, I'd have to say technically a lot better. But in fairness, even if you see my tier list, my standard's very low for that. Like, they're ranked extremely low, so it's kind of just, it's all right. It's all right. And that's where we're going to be ending off this testing. So I just want to mention, because I probably put music at the end or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. This video is going to take a while to edit, so I don't know when this is coming out. This will probably come out a bit after all the 2-packs, because to assemble, like, you know, a really long time, like probably like an hour or so to go through all the footage, to make sure if I swear or something, I censor it, because I need the monetization for this channel. So yeah, I want to mention that we actually have, you know, a store. Now, currently, there should be, you should see a Black Friday deal going on. If not, either way, we have other deals and bundles, and on our store, we currently have a pre-order up for Barricade Lucifer at the time of this recording. So please make sure to check it out. It's an optional way to support the channel. I appreciate any support regardless, and I'm giving QS 7.5 out of 10 overall so far. I don't know. No, decent.